welcome to Cooking with YMSL. Tonight we're going to be making pasta bolognese, a green salad, and snickerdoodles for dessert. First up, we have the pasta bolognese. So the main ingredients are going to be your pasta of choice, basic red sauce, pepper, basil, oregano, and parsley. The first step is to take your your meat. We have ground turkey, and pour it and saute it in the pan. You can use onions, but tonight we're not going to be using onions for this step. While the meat is browning, we're going to make our garlic bread. So the first thing is to take a big loaf of bread and cut it in half. Once you have these two big open pieces, spread butter evenly over both sides. And then once I do that, I'm going to sprinkle some garlic powder, and then we have a little chopped up parsley. I'm going to put it on top. Once everything's in the garlic bed, we're ready to foil it up. So put the pieces back together. So it's like a full loaf. And then get a pretty big size of aluminum foil and wrap it all up. Once this is all wrapped, we're going to put it in the oven at 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes. Just to heat up and toast the bread slightly so it's ready for dinner. So when the garlic bread's all foiled up, we can put it in the oven on 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes. Once the meat is brown, we're going to spoon out the extra fat, as you can see in here. So to do that, get over a sink and be really careful and just try to tilt it to the side and just go like this until all the fat is gone. Once the meat is ready, bring a pot of water to a boil and then cook your pasta and follow the directions for the cook time. The rigatoni says 13 to 15, so we're going to do 14. So once it's ready, once the water's come to a boil, pour the pasta in and then start the timer. Once the pasta is boiling, we're ready to put the sauce together. So have the pan on low heat with the meat in it, and then pour your jar in. And once all the tomato sauce is in, we can add the herbs and salt and pepper. So the first one is oregano, and you can do a sprinkle. And then same for these two, the basil and parsley. But if you have any of your own herbs at home that you grow, feel free to use those. And then you can also crack some pepper and a sprinkle of salt, and then stir on low heat. Let your mixture simmer on low heat once it looks like this. We're waiting for the pasta and sauce. It's time to make our green salad. So what we've done already is cut up some carrots, cucumbers, and we have our cherry tomatoes ready. And we've already washed up and cut up our lettuce, but now it's time to spin it really quickly. Okay, once that's ready to go, we can put the lettuce in our salad bowl. And then we could just put the cucumbers, carrots, and tomatoes on top. And a handful of tomatoes. Okay, and then for our dressing, we make homemade dressing. So we take about a quarter cup of olive oil. We mix it up with 1 lemon juiced up. We sprinkle some salt on it and some onion powder and a couple cranks of pepper. And we mix it all up like this, and then it's ready to be dressed. So the pasta timer just went off, so it's time to drain the extra water. So we're going to take our strainer in the sink. And just like that, we're going to rinse, once everything's poured in, we're going to rinse it with hot water to get all the bad stuff off of it. And then we can try to get all the water out. Then once we think all the water's out, we can pour it into our serving bowl. There you go. And for dessert, we're going to be making snickerdoodle cookies. The first step is to preheat the oven to 400. And then we're going to start making our dough. The first thing we're going to do is put in 1 cup butter and 1.5 cups sugar, and then cream it. Now start the mixer and mix until it creams well. Once it looks like this, put 2 eggs in. After the eggs are in, turn the mixer on and mix well. Once the eggs are mixed well, put in 2 3/4 cup flour, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking soda, and 2 teaspoons cream of tartar. Now that the batter's all mixed, we're gonna make our cinnamon sugar mixture. So what I have done is put in 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon and 1 tablespoon of sugar, and then mix it all together in a bowl. So take about this much of the batter and roll it into a ball with your hands, and then get it in the cinnamon sugar mixture, roll it all the way around, and then place it on the baking sheet when you're done, and then repeat this for the rest of your dough. Now all the cookie dough balls are ready to go. We can put them in the oven. We're going to bake them for 8 minutes on 400. Enjoy your dinner.